What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this one, we have inside the country that kills illegal immigrants. What you mean, we finna find out. Before we dive in, if you happen to enjoy, please don't forget to subscribe, give a video a thumbs up, and let's find out what we're talking about.
Let's say I want to go through this wall. I break through the wall. What happens to me next?
You will die like a dog.
The lowest unemployment in European Union is Poland. The highest GDP after COVID, Poland. One of the lowest debts, Poland.
This is Dominic, a member of European Parliament from Poland.
Say, wait, hey, well, I want to go through this wall. What happens if I try to go through this? You will die like a dog. Just straight up, just no hesitation. You will die like a dog.
A country that just approved a new measure to shoot and kill anyone that tries to illegally enter their border.
Unfortunately, one of our soldiers was killed with a spear.
Because they behave like animals.
Wow.
Unfortunately, they don't behave like civilized people. We are the ones with this border. So we are protecting the whole Europe.
But Poland's strict border control and refusal to take in refugees from non-neighboring countries like Syria and Afghanistan has caused the EU to propose a €22,000 fine for each person Poland refuses to take in, and guys like Dominic to be labeled Islamophobic and fascist.
And Jean-Claude Juncker, the Commission President.
A $22,000 fine for every person that they refuse to take it. Oh my God. Yo, this is crazy.
Says that you're racist. You sound proud of the fact that you haven't taken any refugees.
Of course, because this is what our people are expecting from our government. That's number one. This is why Poland is so safe. I don't care. I care about my family and about my country.
When I see the wall, I do understand that this is for my future children.
Does Poland's strict border policy work? Is Poland significantly safer than the rest of Europe because of it? And do the people of Poland want open borders?
Poland are racist. We are proud of it. And I don't really want any immigrants in my country, you know? Thank you, man.
Before meeting with Dominique, I headed to the capital of Poland.
He said, I don't really want any of the immigrants in my country. I think what's been going on in Europe kind of explains why people wouldn't want immigration. I believe in other countries, there's been problems of terrorism, but then again, also like countries can't withstand the amount of immigration or amount of illegal immigration, and then they can't assimilate all these immigrants, and so it becomes a strain on the country because you have all these people who aren't really adding anything to the tax system, but are like benefiting from the system, and so it's a drain on the system, as well as like I said, people are assimilating, and crime statistics are seeming to go up in these places that are taking in all these immigrants. But am I against immigration? At the same time, no, because like I said, I feel like I'm all for people leaving to get better opportunity, people wanting to escape terrible situations that they may be in their country. So it's like I understand both sides of the argument, and a lot of people say they have no problem with immigration as long as it's legal, but I don't know if like a lot of these times everybody can't be legal. I feel like from a sense of you may need to escape that situation now, and I don't know how long it takes to legally immigrate somewhere. I don't know the entire process. All I'm gonna say is I'm not putting my flag on any side of the fence. I just understand both arguments.
Poland, Warsaw, to see what the locals thought of Poland's border and their border patrol now being able to kill migrants illegally trying to enter their country. At university, what are a lot of the students' thoughts on, shooting down illegal immigrants who come through the border?
I've never heard about it.
Okay.
But yeah, okay.
It is bad because I don't see any purpose to use a gun for the person. First of all, we need to talk. We need to identify the intention of other person.
Oh my god, that's like a tough question.
It's a crazy question, right?
Yeah, but to be honest, like I'm not sure like how they're controlling the borders, but like I saw a lot of refugees in the centrum here.
There are a lot
wow.
of immigrants all around Europe, and sometimes it can be dangerous for the Europeans.
What are your thoughts on if you came here illegally? What should be done?
Oh, I guess I should go in prison.
Do you feel safe here in Poland as a woman?
Yeah, very much.
Do you feel safer here in Poland as a woman than you do in India?
Yeah, it's more safe.
Yeah.
It's more safe. A lot safe.
You can walk, like go to work at night, and nobody cares, and nobody's like threatening you.
It's not very safe.
No?
Really cross from the
Sorry,
main
I gotta get
streets.
my blanket.
I really feel not very safe because there are some strange people.
Here?
Yes.
Yeah, like men in general.
Some sick people.
Okay.
They frighten me.
Who should the border keep out? Who should it let in Poland?
Nice people, kind, and with good heart.
Okay. Do you think having a more strict stance on the border keeps Poland safer, or?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I know that many people have that opinion.
Okay.
I want to believe that it doesn't really matter from which country you're coming.
Okay.
You know, if you apply to the culture, it's gonna be fine.
Safety it has nothing to do with the border.
Okay, nothing?
Nothing.
What are your thoughts on immigration in Poland?
Я сам являюсь политическим иммигрантом, и поэтому не мне отвечать на этот вопрос. Я пока не сталкивался с какими-то негативными проявлениями в свой адрес.
Why did you come from Belarus to Poland?
Я политический активист, и обратной дороги в Беларусь мне на данный момент нет.
How was your experience going through the Belarusian-Polish border?
У меня чуть другой маршрут. Я прилетел из Грузии. Я жил в Тбилиси некоторое время. Поэтому в моем случае без экстрима обошлось.
Ну, я считаю, что здесь женщине безопасно. И заниматься бизнесом тоже очень хорошо.
What are your thoughts on their stance on illegal immigration and the idea that they'll kill you if you try to illegally enter through the border?
Но я считаю, по международному праву все страны защищают свою территорию. Но это на законодательном уровне. Никто из хозяев, но если есть граница существует, должны соблюдаться законные вот эти данные. Поэтому, если ты нелегально пересечаешь, ты территориальную целостность защищаешь. Считаю, что государство вправе применять оружие для защиты своей территории. Если ты бежишь от войны, пожалуйста, регистрируйся, получай документы, работай. Мне кажется, страна очень комфортная для жизни и, по-моему, очень толерантно относится ко всем беженцам. Я бежала от войны, и тем не менее за 2 года мы тоже здесь и открыли бизнес, и работаем, и платим налоги.
What are your thoughts on the border here in Poland as someone from Ukraine?
I feel like there's mixed. So far, there's mixed responses. I feel like the younger students are like, I mean, nobody, like, guns shouldn't be used on those trying to get through the wall. And I feel like it's just a tough question. Because, again, coming from both sides of the argument, I do firmly believe, like, people, like, being killed, trying to get through. I'm not in agreement with that. I hate human life being taken. But at the same time, like, if any one of those comes in that could be a terrorist and harm the lives of many others, it's a tough situation. I'm on the side of not killing. If there's any other way that you can stop it, I would any other way. But it seems like Poland does, from what I've seen on their borders, they do have the barbed wire and they do have many things, and I'm sure those guys are gonna warn you, like, hey, stop right now, don't do it, don't try, before any shots are taken. So at that point, you're making a decision. Like I said, I don't agree with lives being taken, but I also understand, hey, they tried every way possible to warn you that if you cross that border, like, you will be shot, and you are making the decision to continue to go on. Again, I don't know what people are escaping from. I don't know what people are running from. Is there another country that they could go to that maybe doesn't have as strict border policies as Poland? Yeah, it's hard for me to judge in this situation because I guess I'm not really in this situation. So in the U.S., I guess we're also having immigration problems that people are getting fed up with. But I don't really have a comment on it.
Fine. It's really fine. Yeah, it's no problem with service.
Was it easy to get here from Ukraine?
Yeah, okay. Really easy.
Okay.
Few hours.
Okay.
And you fled
for
political asylum? Or you work here? Why did you come?
I work. Yeah, I
Okay.
work.
I believe like in most Poland, especially like the eastern part in Warsaw, we are like fully open for everybody who wants to come here in every purpose. A lot of people lost their houses, lost the safety in their life.
Yeah.
So I do not see any problem with that. In my opinion, I don't have any problem with that.
Even
so,
illegally?
you know what? In my opinion, it's just like hard to be illegally at this moment because you have to cross the border. I think this is not like the main spectrum of a problem. Most of them want to be here legally because they want to have a work.
So if they come to Poland, but they are from a country that's not a neighboring country to Poland, should they be allowed to come in here and be a refugee?
Yes, sure, because we've been in this situation in Poland. We have a trouble history, so we need a help for our neighbors.
What are your thoughts on illegal immigration?
I think the crime rate is going much higher so far.
So what about like Syrian refugees, like Afghanistan refugees, Eritrea? Are they close enough to be considered neighbors, or should they go to the neighboring country?
They're not like, of course, geographically they're not our neighbors, but if they're looking for a safe place, they want to be here legally, they want to have a work, they want to build a new life, I don't see a problem with that.
Have you heard about the Belarusian-Polish hybrid war, they call it?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Of course, this is not correct. I mean, to allow or to bring people from outside just to push them in EU.
But before heading to the Poland-Belarus border to see what Poland says is a hybrid warfare at play where Russia is sending migrants from China and Africa into Poland for them to then enter the rest of the EU and then financially and socially destabilize the rest of Europe. I met up with Dominique, member of the European Parliament and Poland's Law and Justice Party. Is this man a racist, alt-right Islamophobe, as the mainstream media and leftist detractors call him? I want to ask him, how does Poland's new border wall work? Can any refugees come in? What is this hybrid war? And how does their border control differ from other EU countries? And more importantly, does it work?
And I'm very happy that we are on the street, not in the studio. You can see and everyone can see the difference. It's beautiful.
Would this look different in Paris,
gorgeous.
London, anywhere in Germany? What are your thoughts?
I think the easiest way to answer it is Eurostat is the most important when it comes to the data. The safest country in Europe, Poland. The lowest unemployment, Poland. The less crimes, Poland. So if you ask me about any data, we are leaders. And that is the fact. It's not my political opinion. When I quote this in European Parliament, they were very unhappy.
Also, if you want to support our boots on the ground independent journalism that is not bought and paid for by corporate interests, along with uncensored early access to all my videos before they go up on YouTube, and exclusive DLC content that YouTube won't let me upload, go subscribe at patreon.com/Tyler Oliveira for less than $5 a month.
The whole discussion on migration started in 2015 when Germany started this madness. In 2018, I said quite famous words: zero illegal migration in Warsaw, in every single Polish city. We don't want any illegals. Then they called me Islamophobe. If someone is from China, if someone is from India, or someone is, it doesn't matter who he is, what he believes in. If he's illegal, we do not want that. The difference between refugee and a migrant, especially illegal migrant, is very, very, very clear. The refugee is the person who flee from the country of conflict to the first safe country. I didn't know that Syria is bordering country with Poland.
It's not.
It's not.
Okay.
To the first safe country. That is why we took.
So they do take in refugees, and I believe they did take in Ukraine. Okay, that's a big distinction then. So they're saying, we are willing to take in refugees from a neighboring country, someone who flees their country. Because in fear of their lives basically in that country. And so he said we just don't stand for illegal immigration. We will take in refugees, what I'm hearing.
Bordering country with Poland.
It's not.
It's not.
Okay.
To the first safe country. That is why we took over 2 million Ukrainians. Legal.
Because you are contiguous, you guys border.
That's right. That's
right. Syria, Afghanistan, Eritrea. That is not the case.
They are not refugees. I'm trying to repeat it every single time. If you want to come, you can come. Submit your documents, ask for a visa, stay here for 6 or 10 months, pay taxes, contribute to the society, then you're welcome. Why not? We are not North Korea.
Sure. Well, why are Syrian, Afghanistan refugees coming to Poland and not
migrants?
UAE.
Why Qatar did not react? Why
aren't they going to Qatar?
Very rich Arab country.
Okay.
Where is Qatar? I'm trying to ask this question for years now. And I cannot find any answers because we've been told that this is a global problem, so there is a need for a global solidarity.
Yeah.
So there is no global solidarity.
Sure.
Like Qatar is the great example. Our soldier was killed with this.
I mean, I get where he's coming from. Like that, like I've heard his side of. That's why I feel like it's very important to take in all sides of a story, because you just hear one story, you're gonna be feeling one way, but then you hear the next side and you can understand. You take understanding for that side as well. I get where he's coming from, and they took in over. He said over 2 million Ukrainians. So it's not that they're just like no one can come to Poland. No, he said we will take in refugees. We will take in legal immigrants, but from kind of what I'm getting, he's like saying no, like we're not gonna take in people from like all the way from Afghanistan or Syria or people, because he's saying they're not immigrants. They're being sent here, like Russia, and like they're trying to send them through this border to disrupt the EU and everything, kind of bring it down. But he's like, why are they not going to Qatar, like neighboring countries to them? Why are they? He brings up a valid point.
There is no global solidarity. Sure. Like Qatar is the great example. Our soldier was killed with a spear by the illegal.
Terrible.
Wow.
So that would happen on the streets if we would let them in. They started this madness by willkommen politik.
Okay.
That was the politic, welcoming illegals because they were hoping for cheap labor. They found out that those who came illegally, they don't want to work. They don't want to work, but there's much more crimes.
Sure.
So they said, okay, let's spread them around. Let's say that this is our responsibility and European solidarity, and then we're gonna get rid of this problem. So, in European Union, they started the thing they called quota system.
Okay.
Each country should take migrants. They called refugees. That's how they call them. They says you're gonna pay like 22,000 euros per person if you will not take them in.
And you guys said no, we are not doing that.
Of course not.
What were the consequences to that old action, I suppose?
They tried to force us to take illegals. We said no, it's better to pay, it's better to have frozen assets, whatever, rather than risk our own life.
Okay.
And look at the streets now.
Do a pan?
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Has Poland always been this way, Dominic?
This is what is needed to understand why we cherish our freedom so much.
All right.
Because of Russia, because of Germany, historically, Poland did not exist for 123 years. We gained our independence back in 1918. So after that, after 1918, we had a little bit of freedom. But then in 1939, Germany and Russia attacked.
Both fronts?
Yeah. Both. And we had this terrible communism in Poland for 70 years. That's why I hate Putin. I hate him. Because he's trying to go back to the Soviet Union era. The way he behaved, the way Russia behaved is unpredictable. 123 years.
What did he say?
Finally, we have an MP with a great English.
There we go. Now, when did this hybrid war begin? Is this an act of Russia trying to antagonize?
Of course. It's because when you go through the papers, you see that the guys who came to Belarus are with the Russian visas.
Okay.
So we know that by the fact, it's not an opinion.
I see.
So the whole process of traveling is organized by Russia. And because of the green border with Belarus, they are able to come to Belarus and attack our borders. So it's organized by Russia, of course. And they want to destabilize Poland and other countries, because the whole thing is not only about Poland, Hungary, Italy, and others. In this part of Europe, we know that Russia is responsible.
And when you push back against the Muslim refugees, illegal immigrants, whoever they were, why did they call you an Islamophobe? What happened there?
First of all, it's not true.
Okay.
One of my closest friends, his friend is from Syria.
Okay.
He came here legally. He started his company.
Yeah.
He paid taxes. He's been here for many years. Right. And we are very close friends. And he's from Syria, and he says, never ever let them come in. Oh, of course, they call us racist. They call us Islamophobes. It's not true. They try to tell us that the doctors will come, engineers will come, that our society.
Sure.
It's all bull.
Do you need doctors?
Of course not. I mean, but we need doctors, not doctors, right?
They're doctors?
No, thank you. Take them. I want Poland to be like this. Look.
Now, is most of Polish government in agreement with your stances on this? Is
This phrase, be like Poland, because of decisions which were made by our government. Yes, yes. Dzień dobry.
Dużo sukcesów w Europarlamencie.
Dziękuję bardzo.
Dziękuję. Dobrą robotę pan robi.
Dziękuję.
Dominic, you're loved far and wide here, it seems. It's like this message is resonating with a lot of the public.
And you have to remember that this is a very liberal city.
Sure.
Are you a big fan of them?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Tell me about the live bullets, the fact that you can now kill illegal immigrants trying to enter the border.
I love it. If you are trying to commit a crime on the Polish soil, you might be dead. We do not know if you're a refugee, a migrant, or a terrorist. That's why after our soldier was killed, our parliament passed a law that we can use live bullets to protect our nation. We heard that it appeared, but there is no such a zombie.
So it was a spear hitting one of the soldiers, and he kind of mentioned that a couple of times, or we saw that part mentioned a couple of times in this video. It was one of the spears hitting one of the soldiers. That Parliament decided they can start using live bullets, basically to protect yourself, right? And again, I understand it. I think I get where he's coming from. I think I get what he's saying. Again, hate seeing lives lost. I don't want that for anybody. But then when they're doing the pan and they're walking the streets, Poland does look incredibly beautiful. Poland does look incredibly safe. It doesn't look trashed. It doesn't. And so, and then you hear them saying they're taking in refugees. They took in over 2 million Ukrainians. They take in legal immigration. It is illegal immigration that they refuse to take in, and they're not going to budge on that. And in the statistics, it shows Poland is doing our leaders in the European Union in many categories, very important categories. And so this is due to the policies on immigration. And again, I'm not in Poland. I'm in the U.S. All I'm saying is I understand where he's coming from when he says these things.
Cities like
Philadelphia,
San Francisco, we don't have that. You know what?
Why not?
San
Because we are
Francisco is
protecting
bad.
our border.
Okay.
That's the way they trying to smuggle it into the country. Any illegal activity is always connected to the drugs or guns. But drugs is a very good business. So it's not only about having illegals, it's also about security and anti-drugs war. So we are winning at the moment. You can see how happy people are,
Putin toilet paper.
how safe they feel. You can tell. It's just beautiful. You can't see this kind of thing in Europe anymore.
When do you think the rest of Europe lost this?
When they decided to be politically correct, it started with the leftists. This is what they want. They want diversity. What kind of diversity? With a knife and a rifle? Is this diversity?
What kind of diversity? You want a knife and a rifle? It's crazy.
Beautiful.
You do not see soldiers with the rifles as you see in London or in France. There's no need. We are not racist. We are not Islamophobes. We are logical. So I think it's very important to have this discussion, our discussion, while eating.
Okay.
I tell you why.
Why?
Because it's so peaceful. Can you show around?
Beautiful.
How peaceful
wow.
it is.
It
You
is
don't feel any
absolutely
stress.
gorgeous.
You do not feel any anxiety. You don't feel threatened by anyone.
Oh
You don't
my
have anyone
God.
coming to your table and asking for
for
money
$5 for a
or
person?
whatever. You just sit, relaxing, have a nice beer, and then you have beautiful pierogies. This is what I love about Poland. That's
Do you guys
why.
have homeless people here?
Well, every country has homeless, but can you see any?
Why are the women so beautiful here?
What about men? Hello.
No offense to the guys.
Why are the women so beautiful here? What about men? What about us?
Poland is the last stronghold of normality in Europe and in the world in many, many ways. Come and visit.
And you made sure I wasn't a Russian propaganda asset, right?
I hope you're not. You would be killed.
All right.
The whole process of replacement It's just a fact, by the numbers. It's not my political opinion. By the numbers, we are in a very, very bad situation. And listen to me, I do understand that you will have maybe someone who will translate it into Arabic or any other. Do not come to the Polish border.
What will happen if you do and you try to enter illegally?
You might be killed. If you will come here illegally, you will try to harm any of our soldiers, you will be killed. Cheers.
Cheers to pierogis, to Poland, and
come. I'm telling you. This is the only interview in my whole career when I let someone record me while I'm eating.
How is it? As a man of the people.
It tastes like freedom. It's Saturday night.
It tastes like freedom.
Look. There's no beggars, there's no homeless, there's no fentanyl.
We don't do Chick-fil-A, we don't
McDonald's.
No, we don't.
Burger King.
No, we don't.
KFC.
What? We do proper Polish, very healthy food.
What are your thoughts on Poland?
Yeah, our food. I love our fast food. I pick out on some fast, but it ain't healthy. I will say that. And I ain't. On a lot of Polish videos I've seen, the Polish food, I've just been going like, I don't know about that. Don't look the greatest. But whatever they eating on that bread right now look good. I tell you, that look good. But I'm coming to an understanding of exactly what he's saying. And I truly don't think he is racist. He's breaking it down. Again, this is one side of things. I have to hear another side of things, and I guess I just keep bouncing back and forth and taking in as much information as I can. But from what he's saying, I'll just say I understand.
Polish, very healthy food.
What are your thoughts on Poland?
Yeah, that look good.
We arrived yesterday.
Where are you from?
Rome. Italy, yeah.
Do you feel safer as a woman?
Yes, yeah.
Do you feel safe in Rome as a woman? Or Italy, sorry?
No, not at all.
Why?
It's dangerous.
Where are you from? When you compare Rome,
he's going for
which I visited, what do you feel like?
Because it's not safe.
Why is it not safe?
Because we don't feel safe like walking alone at night.
Who are you afraid of at night?
Men.
Which men? Men in general or specific types of men who come from different places?
Like men.
Italian men?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
What do you think?
Can I ask you?
Here's the thought.
Can we please order in the meanwhile?
Yes, they do.
Can you
Thank you.
Did you buy them one?
Hey, he said, nah, I can't. Hey, I got a wife at home, you feel me? I can't just be buying women food like that. She wouldn't approve of this.
Okay, they don't need it. They can buy their own. Why do you think they feel unsafe in Rome? Let's be honest.
Because of Africans, they are afraid to say something.
So his argument is that African migration to Italy has had an impact increasing the rape in Italy, for example, or in Germany, or in France, or in UK. Would that be accurate? Would you stand on business to that fact?
No. When we meet like a guy in the street, we don't know if he's Italian, English, Spanish. It's like potentially dangerous.
Okay.
Can I ask you for your... What do you think about Prime Minister Meloni?
Go.
Meloni?
She's going to deport people now. What are your thoughts on that?
What do you think about her?
Good or bad? No trick answer.
Good or bad?
Totally bad. A bad person.
Why is she bad?
She's not tolerant. She's racist.
Oh, she's racist. She's not tolerant. Oh, so you don't know who's raping?
What do you mean? I don't understand the question. Like you're trying to say something.
She doesn't understand the question.
What are you trying to say? This.
Okay, so one more question. Who's gonna win in US? What do you think? It's gonna be Kamala or Trump?
Hopefully Kamala.
There you go. Thank you very much. Ladies, have a beautiful night in Poland. We support leftists in US. Why do you want Kamala to win when they are not happy about safety in Italy because of illegal migration? What the is going on in their brains?
I don't think they see it as illegal migration. They're saying men in general. They saying we scared of Italian men as much as we scared of any other man. And so, while Poland does look beautiful, Poland does look safe. And a lot of the stuff, I guess, that he says, I can understand why people will call him like racist or kind of extreme, but the way that he explains it, I feel like if like everybody took the time to explain their stances, like I truly understand his stance. Like I said, am I on one side or the other? I'm in the middle. I'm standing on the fence. They say you can't ride the fence, but I'm on subject to immigration. I ride the fence. I don't pick one side or the other because I understand the argument from both sides. And I feel like he laid out his argument well in this video. Just reacting to it, just listening to it. He's laid out a good argument in this video, and I'm understanding that argument from his side.
They said a few words that I think are important. Inclusivity, right? Acceptance, right? I think that's it.
The real acceptance is in Poland.
I'm from Iraq, I'm Kurdish, and it's been 2 years I live in Gdańsk. I study master's.
So what are you doing in Poland?
Yeah, I study master's in international business.
So you are from Iraq, moving to Poland to study?
Yep.
Are you legally in Poland?
I'm legally in Poland.
Okay. You're very welcome.
Thank you
legally,
you're very welcome. Appreciate it. I watch all of your videos and I totally support you. I love that you respect your country. I'm also like, are you Christian? I'm an expert.
Oh, interesting. True love.
Whatever you are, whatever your faith is, if you are legally in here, you are very welcome.
I really like that you put Poland and Polish people first before anything else. That, like you said, we have normality here.
Okay, normality.
We don't have chaos here.
Okay.
You can express your whatever you are. Just don't push your agenda on someone else. I'm with my girlfriend, and
Where is she? Come over. Come over. Is she Polish?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dzień dobry.
Hello.
Mam na imię Dominik. Cześć. You're super. You just get married. You're very welcome.
There we go.
You see the difference between illegal and legal presence in here.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, have a beautiful night.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And don't feel like she support this y'all though. Like, I don't know, just from her kind of like reactions, it don't seem like she supports him. But he definitely does, and he's all for it. And again, understandably.
She was taken care of. Yeah. If you want this Hollywood movies, this beautiful stories of love to be real, you will not respect our women, we're gonna take care of you.
Simple.
You can.
And with gratitude and respect.
Pay your taxes, get Polish wife, become a Polish. Be like Poland.
After a night out on the safe streets of Warsaw, Dominique took me to Poland's border they share with Belarus to show me a project they've spent $2.5 billion on to help keep Poland Polish. So we're here. This place looks brand new. They're not messing around. They're strapped. They got camouflage. They got big guns. They're not here smiling. They're here straight-faced. Who are you? Why are you here? So luckily we have the clearance. We should be good to go through. Let's see how big and bad this wall is. They're not messing around. Okay, that seemed intense. They did not play around.
No jokes.
Did they know who you were?
Yes, they know, but the procedure is procedure, and I respect that.
Yeah.
This is the border of European Union with Belarus. We are the ones with this border, so we are protecting the whole Europe.
How new is this?
Well, the wall was built very, very fast. I must say, when the first attempts, look, soldiers all the way through, but don't record them.
Okay.
Don't record them.
I'm pointing at myself. This is a training camp. This is home. What is this? They live here?
Well, when they have a service night, they have a place to change and prepare and this and that. It's a lot of them. Our border was not ready for that, but what we did, we reacted straight away. We built the wall. You're gonna see the wall in a minute.
After the murder of the guard?
No, that was beforehand. When the whole madness started in Europe, our government decided, okay, that's enough. We're not taking all this crap. We're gonna build the wall.
So how exactly are they sending the refugees or the illegal immigrants?
What they do, they invite them to Russia.
Okay.
They are getting tourist visa. They pay for it. Then they are transported from Moscow or other places in Russia to Belarus and then to the border, Polish border.
And I've seen some TikTok videos of people trying to break through the wall.
Well, yes, they try it every single night.
Sure.
It's not like you don't have to protect it. You do have to protect it.
Okay.
Let's park here and walk.
Amazing.
Okay?
It looks peaceful out here. What time do people start trying to break into the wall?
Every night about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. This is when they trying to cross the border. They know that this is the best time. Oh, you can see soldiers now. You can see some guys.
So he's aware of our presence. He's on guard.
You just said that it's very peaceful.
Sure.
It is peaceful. It took us 30 seconds to have a soldier reacting for someone's presence. Nie przekraczamy, mamy...
No mi pan przypomnie, jak się pan nazywa?
Dominik Tarczyński.
Okay.
Does he know you?
Yes, but you have to say your name. There's no jokes. That's why I think they're professional. They know their job. A to trzeba mi zapytał, tak?
No najlepiej by było, bo to też dla własnego spokoju, nie? Że oni później nagrywają, widzą, kto tutaj wchodzi, kto nie wchodzi. No.
Tak?
No, nie wiadomo, kto się wczai w krzakach, no. Także to jest dla własnego bezpieczeństwa.
So he says if we don't have a masks, for us it's not good to be there because they are recalling Russians and Belarusians. They want to know who's into the subject, who's interested in the border protection. So for our own safety, we don't have a mask. We shouldn't enter because it's not safe. It's a war. It's not a joke.
So we'd be in the database.
Yeah.
And is this largely contested right here? Are people trying to go through this?
Right. That's
shorter, much shorter compared to this.
And it was thousands of them.
Thousands
of them in one day. They're trying to force Polish border and they lost.
Okay.
We stopped them. It was, I don't know, maybe 10,000 of them. A lot. So a lot of things going on at the moment.
Look at that. There's clothes right there. Right. People are trying to get over this.
Straight away. So I'm proud to be here to see this soldiers and to see their service and to see the wall. Because when I see the wall, I do understand that this is for my future children, for my future wife, for my future family. I would say to every single leftist, if you don't believe that this is war, come and see. Come and see.
Let's say I'm from Syria. I want to go through this wall. I break through the wall. What happens to me next?
You're killed. Dead.
Shot.
You will die like a dog. You can hear now.
Who is that? Belarus?
Yeah. You can hear them. Yeah.
Who was that? It's a speaker or people?
Yeah. No, the people. They're in the groups. They communicate as well. They're very well organized. I think they are. Some of them are trained, paid, obviously.
Sure.
They are not just simple people.
Like mercenary groups?
Oh yes. You can tell that Russia pays well to destabilize, like Poland and other countries.
Crazy. I want to hear what you guys have to say on this subject, what you guys have to say on this topic. This has been a very interesting interview so far. And I'm locked in. I'm listening. And I'm just keeping an open mind. I'm keeping an open mind. And again, I'm not in Poland. I would love for you guys, there, do y'all see these situations happening? How do you feel about PM Dominic? How do you feel about the border policies? I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section.
Us to spend money on this rather than around healthcare or anything else. One of their colleagues was killed just from this kind of distance.
Yeah.
He with the spear.
With a spear.
Yes, so it's not safe for us to be here because it's just a moment and you might be dead. But 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, the war starts every night.
And then we hopped in the car to visit another part of Poland's border deep in the forest. It used to be a completely weak border just a few years ago. A little bit creepy out here.
Oh yeah. You wanted to come and see.
Yeah.
And this is reality.
Sure. Keeping our eyes peeled to see if we see anyone in the forest. It's not impossible to get through the wall, but it's highly unlikely given the amount of security here. I thought this would be a little bit more lax, like some parts of the southern border in the U.S. This is not relaxed.
This is war. This is completely actual war.
We made it. We'll hop out so you can see, but this wall is in the middle of the forest. The road is not even paved, just to emphasize how rural this location is.
We had to do it in the middle of the forest.
Yeah.
There was no infrastructure.
Sure.
Because that is a green border.
Yeah.
So
yes, we see soldiers already.
We can see the border actually as it is. Look how long it is.
Yeah. And not only that, we have barbed wall and then another wall, double wall.
And then you have got soldiers, right? So that's very important.
Yeah. Fully masked up with their faces too.
They are recorded by Russian, so they don't want to.
And there's cameras in the forest right now?
Oh yeah.
Recording Polish soldiers.
That's right.
So day in, day out, they're watching these walls.
They're probably gonna ask, who are we?
Sure. Fair question. All those cameras right there. Massive surveillance. Hi.
Everyone who died because of the terrorists in Europe is because your lack of decisions, lack of bravery, political correctness, you are responsible. Leftists are responsible for chaos in Europe. And they think they fight us, Republicans, conservatives. You're not fighting us. You're fighting with your own nations. We are protecting our own nations. And this is the proof. Can you hear that?
Whoa.
They're throwing stuff.
We heard it. I heard a rock.
Yeah.
Should we say hi?
No, they're throwing rocks.
Why?
Because they behave like animals, unfortunately. They don't behave like civilized people. You can see on the video.
This long?
They can easily, like long spear, it's like on the video when our soldier was killed, it's easy for them to throw it and kill you.
Let's get out of here. So if you can't hear it on the mic, they're throwing rocks right now. People do want to get in. The question is, when will they try and how will they be punished? Let's get out of here, yeah?
After seeing the symbol of Poland's defiance against the EU's push towards diversity, open borders, and economic opportunity for those less fortunate from countries that are culturally dissimilar, I met up with Dominique in Brussels to see where Europe's elite politicians meet and decide the fate of an entire continent.
Okay, let's go. I'll show you how we do it.
Amazing. What's the current split between liberals and conservatives in parliament right now?
It's about 100 conservatives on 720 MEPs. So it's not much, but I think it's better to be a strong, small group rather than a massive. You know the story of 300.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's us. What are your thoughts on the rest of parliament here, the EU in general?
I don't like it.
What are your thoughts on Brussels?
I don't like it at all. Okay. I tell you why. Again, I'm trying to be very objective, but I cannot be blind on statistics. Rapes, killings, stealings, stabbings. We don't have it in Poland.
Sure.
And when you see official data from here, from Eurostat, you see how Poland great is. It's so sad. But then when we are trying to tell them what is the reason of all this, they don't want to listen. They think that they're better, smarter. And now,
how large of a check would I have to write to buy you out?
You don't have this kind of money.
You
see,
don't
the
have this
difference
kind of
between
money.
me and the rest is that I don't need sponsors. I don't need it. That's why they don't own me. That's why I can say what I think and what I believe. This is what they're afraid of. The voice of the people.
Oh, this is it?
This is it.
Should we pop in?
Yes, it's closed, right? Okay, so this is the place where we take votes, and this is the place where we have speeches. We have two buildings. This is the machines for voting.
Okay. What will it take to make Europe great again, in your opinion?
To go back to the roots, Roman law, Greek philosophy, Christianity, not only as a faith, but also as a culture, as the way of living, mentality, art, music, everything. That's why I think Roman law, Greek philosophers, and what we had, not only last century, but throughout century is great. I want to raise my future children as a Christians. So when you see attacks on Europe, you see attacks on Christianity, mainly on Catholics.
In 20 years, how do you think Europe will look like at this rate?
It's going to be very, very bad. It's not going to change for better. I think it will be more killings, more stabbings, more terrorist attacks, more wokeness, unless most of the nations will change their governments. So please God, they will wake up. But the change will start if Donald Trump wins in US. Because whatever happens in US, it happens in Europe 6 or 10 months later.
Do you think we'll see walls like what we saw in Poland and other European countries soon?
It's a matter of time, 100%. The final word to the viewers and to you would be always remember who you are, be proud of who you are, do not be afraid, be brave, fight, and make your life great.
I know this is a tough one. Dominic, are you single?
Yes, I am. Why?
I don't know. I'm sure some viewers might be curious.
What kind of question is that?
You're thinking about family, no?
Yeah, I am single, so. Thank you. Pleasure.
Thank you.
I said, yeah, I'm single, so.
Be like Poland.
Be like Poland.
I get it in DMs.
Bye, Dominic.
No, I think the statistics that he provides for Poland are great statistics. And the reasoning that he gives is I understand it. I get it. When it comes to who's in charge of government, whether it be Europe, whether it be US, whether it be, I would say just taking as much information as possible, be as informed as possible, and then yes, let your voice be heard, make a decision. So there may be things either one party or one group may stand for that you don't, and then another group may be more related to your values and your morals and the things you stand for. But whatever you do, just don't blindly support people. Don't blindly vote. Be informed. Take in as much information as possible. But do let your voice be heard. Do go out and vote. Do go out and support the causes that you think are worth supporting. Do support the values and morals that you guys think are worth supporting. I think that's very important. I like listening to arguments with an open mind. I don't like going in closed minded. So left, right, liberal, conservative, whatever. I'm open minded to hearing both sides of the party because I feel like so many different diverse people have so many great, incredible points, incredible ideas, valid points. But you just can't close your mind off to only a certain group of people, or you're never gonna. I mean, I don't think. I think being unwilling to listen to any other side is not an educated decision because you're just making a closed-minded decision. I think listening to all sides of an argument and then coming to your own conclusion is the best way to make a decision. That's just in my point of view. But in this video, listen to him open-mindedly, completely understand where he's coming from. I told y'all on the topic of immigration, I'm going to stand back on this topic. I'm not on one side of the fence or the other. I understand both sides of the argument, but in this video, he did lay out his argument and he pulled up numbers to back up his argument. Now, again, if there was a video of a different side of this argument, I'd be willing to watch that too. But this was incredible. Let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to subscribe, get a video a thumbs up, and check out the next one. I'll see you guys next time.